This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Hello, freaks. Yeah, some sad news there for, and the title you could see, Michael J. Katt, one of the YouTube personalities since the beginning of the Delphi case, or right around the beginning. He passed away, I don't know, I think it was maybe even 2 or 3 days ago. But before we get to that, you know, like our buddy Steph May, right? Well, you know, the other night I was talking to her and she was kind of, remember, she was, that same night she was in her, she was kind of coughing and sneezing. Well, it turns out that she had the, you know, the coronavirus. She'd already had it before, so this is the second time. And she's been going through all that medical crap. And then she got it again and now has, you know, pneumonia in one of her lungs. And you know, she's on oxygen, not forced oxygen, just oxygen. So she's not doing great right now, and she's in the hospital. I mean, it just sucks, you know. I don't know if it's Omicron. Jeez, who the hell knows what the variant is? But yeah, it's wow. Omicron isn't even that dangerous, they say, comparatively. But it could just be that so many people are vaccinated that it's appearing to be weaker. I don't know, but you know, everybody put prayers out for Steph May. I mean, she's a really great supporter of the channel, always helping out and has good ideas on the side. I talked to her on the phone quite a bit. I just talked to her like 3 days ago. And so the you know, I've been getting text messages from the, or I'll read what the brother sent in. He said, I'm her brother. I heard her phone ringing because I tried calling over there, but didn't catch it in time. She's pretty sick right now. She's been admitted to the hospital. She had a positive COVID test and upper respiratory infection. Today she has pneumonia in her left lung. They have her pretty medicated, and yes, she's on oxygen, but the nurse said it's not forced oxygen. I don't really know what that means. I just know my sister's pretty sick right now. But I think you're the YouTuber guy she preaches about, and I know she thinks highly, and so I'm letting you know what's going on. And then she said, he said, when I leave, yeah, he put the phone, I can't remember where the message is, but one of them said for everybody to do the prayers in here, so, you know, everybody put out positive thoughts. Man, that's just, God. Remember, she's, I mean, for those of you who don't remember, she's the one that was in the training. She worked on a train. She used to like drive trains around, and then she got hurt in an accident there, and went through some brutal recovery with broken legs and all, you know, broken arm. I don't know if it was legs, you know, broken backs, muscles torn all up the shit, and she's been sitting in the you know, just recovering from that still, and then she has to go through this. God, fucking sucks. That's all I can say. Yeah. Who are you talking about? Yeah, let's talk about the person we were just talking about, though. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. Steph May. So Steph May, if you're listening, you're awesome. Get better soon. I'm sure you will. You're a fighter. You got it. Okay, so I was going to talk about... Yeah, the dogs are going nuts over here. So that's Michael Katt right there. And the thing about Michael Katt is that, he and I disagreed all the time, and I'm sure he blocked me from time to time and stuff like that, because he was singularly focused in on Thomas Bruce as being the killer. I at one time thought he was an interesting person, but if you disagreed with him, he got pretty upset about it, because he was absolutely convinced that the killer was Thomas Bruce in the Delphi Murders case. So, the thing is, we battled back and forth, but I never, disliked him as a person, right? That's the difference between he and some other people. He is actually a nice person, and he was funny. He made me laugh sometimes. He'd go out and do these crazy stories, and this is him right here. He covered Delphi. He was on the scene, interviewing various people here and there, and he put out videos, and you got to give him respect that he created a ton of videos on the case, getting the news out there, at least covering the case even during times when it was slow. Okay, that's a little bit like how Randy Gravitz does, right? He always would cover it even when it was just no information at all. So at least there were some people still talking about it. So apparently somebody said that maybe he passed away 2 or 3 days ago, and then somebody just found him today. And man, I just find that really sad, wasn't there one friend out there that would check in on him from time to time? There's lots of people out there that claim to be, and where were they? How come there was no phone call? That's just one of the saddest things I've ever seen, that he's just sitting there. We don't know what happened to him, but man, how brutal, huh? Let's see. So anyways, here's the thing. I'm going to have the phone lines open here right now, and if you guys anybody want to call in and tell one of their stories about him, or what you liked about him, or anything like that, go ahead and call in. Okay, so that number's good right there at the bottom. Yeah, and I don't even know if he liked me or not, but I never, I didn't dislike him at all. I thought he was funny, so I'd watch some of his videos sometimes. But I didn't, we didn't see eye to eye whatsoever. I almost didn't agree with anything that he had to say on the Delphi case. So, you can take that for whatever the hell it's worth. But he seems like he was a good person. He made people laugh. And, when people are on his show, he was an engaging person. So, and he definitely was one of the main early on personalities in the case. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's that old. I think he's 50 something. Yeah, he's probably my age, I think. I mean, if you think about it, the beard makes him look older, right? You take off the beard and, yeah, it probably looks a little younger. I don't know if he was having health issues or what was going on, but... And, come on, Lizzie Boredom. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Yeah, I saw Incognito Society did a little live earlier. I think she knew him better than I did, for sure. So I thought, you know, that's... I think it's pretty important, you know. Because this guy, you know, he took a lot of his time. I mean, he has tons of videos out there. I mean, hell, let me go look. Yeah, let me. So here's the channel right here. I mean, he goes way back, but he was just Thomas Bruce. I mean, that really that was his main focus right there. You know, like this would be him on a show or something. Let's see.
Mr. Idiot and Co. should make more videos, man. I miss Mr. Idiot and Co. and I miss food challenges. Yeah, in fact.
Definitely a character.
See, man, remember the cafe? Remember I used to wear the cafe on my head? You know, I look like Yasser Arafat.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably look like...
I did that back when I did food challenges.
Yeah, so there you go. There's a sampling. Maybe... Let's see, the last one he did was 3 weeks ago. In November 30th. So there he is.
I'm all like, well, may have been 10 hits left in it. Yeah, just tossed it. Anyway, we can light up a cigarette. Kind of get through the heat of the moment here with a little nicotine. Pop
yeah. So if you guys want to call in, just somebody call in about the what's going on here. Okay. I mean, what your thoughts are. All right. Don't just go, well, I'm not going to call because then just you've watched him.
You know,
call in and say what your thoughts are.
That's kind of a good question.
Don't be like inward. Go out. Bring yourself out a little bit.
I know that he's going to a maximum security. Jesus. That's what the lady said. A maximum security prison. Now, Charles Manson was in maximum.
See, he's still talking about Thomas Bruce. See. I think he had some people convinced.
Nobody will be arrested. Nobody will be charged because he, ladies and
gentlemen, break out of your shell and call in
suspect.
About Michael Katt. Okay, it's not a big deal.
I stand on that, and guess what? There ain't been a soul brought forward. Hey, this is the suspect. Guy was hiding right in plain sight all this time. We feel really ignorant about, but hey, here he is. No, it's Thomas Jerome Bruce.
So even November 30th, he's still talking.
Thanks for getting here, dude. Dude,
don't type in how everybody else should call in. Pick the phone up yourself and dial it.
Man. I mean, that's your money.
Let's hear what your remembrances
now, when he started
that
that beforehand, we didn't want to delete you then, but we do now. What goes on? That's why.
He always did that.
It's not flu free. Right? I mean, 8 years, dude. Hello. 8 years of school, man. Hello. 8 years, people. So, anyway, if we could kind of get back to the thing. I mean, people are leaving because I'm sitting on here. Done demonetized the video. Back to square one with freedom. Right back in the horseshoe of freedom of the world. All of us. Free as a fucking... You know what? They would kill you for that. And you start talking about running for president to do that kind of shit, they will put a bullet through your head like you was JFK, fucker. They don't give a flying fuck. They own the world, and you need to sit your peasant ass down and go get vaccinated against the new moronic. That's what you need to go do, peasant.
Yeah. So he would just... You know, he did conspiracy theory stuff a lot on... That's what he used to do a long time ago. But there you go. I mean, there's the July. He's talking about Thomas Bruce. Really get into it again.
Was
all my buddies are gone. Wombat. Yeah.
He did do repair, and he was at the USS Kitty Hawk. I know to a T.
Okay, hold on. Hello. Okay. How's my work? Well, there goes somebody just chimed in and they hung up. Man, you guys are lame as hell. I'll tell you that right now. Didn't have much to say. Yeah, but there's a lot of people in the chat right now that have listened to him, watched him. They've been in the chat. I've seen him 1,000 times. And it'd be cool to have some words. But it's okay if you don't, if you didn't know him or something like that. I just told you what my experience was. I watched him. He was on at the very beginning. And I was at the very beginning. And I didn't agree with almost anything that he ever said. But I always thought he was funny. And he seemed like a good person. And I would check in from time to time. All right, let's see.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, you got to...
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, this is 419. Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, this is Vago. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
I don't have a lot of time, but yeah, I'm very sorry to hear about Michael's passing. He was a pretty cool guy. I watched, quite a few of his shows way back in the day. He's very unique, and I just want to, tell his family and friends I'm very sorry for their loss.
Yeah, I mean, it must really suck for, the people that actually know him, and it's kind of sad that it sounds like he may have been dead for a couple days before somebody noticed that he wasn't alive.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's really sad, man. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate...
I just wanted to call in. Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling
I'm
in.
not doing great myself either, but I just want to send my love to everybody. I hope everyone gets through all this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate you calling in and, letting us know what you think. All right?
Okay, thanks a lot, Gray.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Trying to figure out if these phones will automatically... All right, so now we're on to Crimezilla, I guess.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Good. Been a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, I started watching Katt when I came on about 5 years ago, and he was a little radical, but deep down he was a good guy. We used to talk about his dog all the time. He lost his dog. He was probably about 17 years old, and then we were talking about like his medical issues and stuff, but pretty nice guy deep down, just very political and kind of out there, but
yeah.
He was definitely set on TJB, and he never really messed with any of the other YouTubers. Pretty nice guy deep down.
Yeah.
If you can skip past his political views, and he could get a little radical sometimes, and COVID didn't exist to him, so but he's a good guy. So
yeah, he always seemed like he was funny, but yeah, definitely
he was funny.
He was definitely out
yes,
there.
he could get
conspiracy theories.
Exactly, and he stuck to his guns from day one on who he thought it was. So.
Thomas Bruce.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. I said TJB.
Well, Thomas Bruce was interesting at the beginning because they said that he had the same hat, and they actually turned him in to the Delphi police because they thought he had all the similar stuff, and then
right,
and he killed somebody, and then but it just seemed like over time everything pointed away from him, but he stuck with it,
Yes, he stuck with it, and I was really sorry to hear about him.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking. It's like, wow, what?
It was, and it is still. But yeah, it's pretty sad. You hate to see that when a YouTuber, he's been on here for a long time, and I don't think not many people knew of him on here, but he had a really good following. People just followed him because he was funny. He would make jokes,
Yeah.
I kind of stopped, unfortunately, watching a little bit when the other person came on board, and just couldn't handle all that stuff. But he definitely seemed nice enough, and he talked about his dog all the time, and he just had gotten a new puppy. Puppy's got to be about 7 months old, maybe. So,
yeah, I mean, I didn't know about the puppy.
He loved his dogs.
Yeah, well, the puppy probably a family member took it, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I think you're right. But it took him a little bit after he lost his buddy, his partner, and but I'm glad that. I just hope everybody, I wish his family and friends sympathy. It's hard that we're losing so many people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, on my channel last year, a couple people passed away. I mean, just people, the freaks, not creators or anything, but they were, freaks, and it's like.
Right, you're free.
Yeah, the free. Well, they weren't maybe, like they were.
I'm not saying
YouTube,
it like that.
Grant Hughes investigate freaks.
They're proud and happy freaks.
Yeah. So
they're proud and happy.
Yeah.
But you're so mean. You're not.
Yeah.
I think you're a good guy, Gray. You mean well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that my personality is kind of. It can be grumpy sometimes. Like I was upset just a minute ago because nobody, the people that even know him aren't calling in. I don't care that the people that don't know him aren't calling in, because what are you going to say? You don't know anything about him. But if you actually know him, I mean, you might as well just say what you remember about him.
Right.
So, that's just my personality, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't care if people don't like it or not. They don't have to like it. It's just what it is.
Yeah. To each their own, Gray. Yeah. You know that. That should be your motto.
That's right.
To each their own.
Whatever
they want to do.
Yeah.
But I've been still watching all of yours in the background, and you're doing a good job. And the other night on Graz, great, nice job, because that was, you got bombarded, and it's just. I know you've been doing this case for a long time, since it started. And I know that, people want to take over and think they're the best. And, we're all, this is over 2 murdered girls, and people just need to behave and just stop thinking of themselves and
I always think
work
people need
together.
To
And I do see in the last couple of months, you've really tried to do that.
Well, I do it with some other people, but it's hard for me to work with people that don't really make an effort to, be factual, or they're trying to trick people and stuff like that. But as long as you're trying to put out real information and
absolutely.
And want to have a real conversation, I'll do it.
Yeah, you're just protecting what, you've done a lot of work on it, and I get that. And people want to challenge it. So, and now you have one less problem, and all of us do, I hope.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous that he can walk the streets.
Well,
I
don't know what the situation is there, but anyways, I appreciate you calling in and talking about it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now 856. Hey, thanks, Emily Flotilla. I didn't know him that well, but I appreciate the support for the channel. I mean, I don't feel like I'm like condolences for me or anything like that. I just thought he was funny. I knew him. I didn't talk to him. So 856, you're on. Hello.
Gray?
Yep.
Hello?
Yep. Who's this?
Hi, Gray.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, not too bad.
I watched Michael early on, and I've been on your show, Lillian.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a funny guy. He loved animals. When I first followed, YouTube with the Delphi case, and then saw him and Greeno and you, I followed because, that case really hit home because it was just so sad. And he really was believing in his heart that Thomas Bruce was the guy. And I called into his show just a few times, and he was always respectful. And, he was a character. And I was shocked. I just got on my page today, on my tablet, and when I saw Greeno had come up and was crying his eyes out, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because regardless of...
Yeah, well, I don't, the whole thing, I don't really want to go into, because anything that he does, I don't buy anything that he does.
Yeah, I understand.
Or his personality. So
I
might,
get it.
So I don't want to talk about that, but what were your feelings on, Michael Katt himself, your remembrances?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, he was a character, and but I liked his perspective on things. I don't know, how truthful it was about him being a police officer and all that. I don't know, but I enjoyed listening to him. And like I said, he was very passionate about Thomas Bruce. He thought for sure. But then he started to have less and less videos. But I hope he rests in peace. And to be found, already gone and nobody checking on you, like you said, is very sad. And Gray, I think it's very upstanding for you to do this for another YouTuber. It's a very nice thing to do.
Well, there might be a couple that I would have a hard time doing it for, but he's somebody that at least I thought he was a nice person, and he made me laugh sometimes, even if we didn't agree.
He did.
So I think that's pretty cool. And he covered the case from very early on, and he was in the, talking to the police and whatnot. He was around doing stuff, so he did put out some interesting, valuable information. So that was good.
He did. He was boots on the ground, and regardless, he didn't talk about too many other cases, but you got to give the man credit. He was out there talking about Delphi every day, all day.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And I just feel bad because, when that other woman said he lost his dog, then he got another puppy. And that's sad, too, because if he was there deceased until they found him, that's sad.
Well, yeah, the dog was probably in there just checking in on him.
Right.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah,
didn't even
for
think
sure.
Of that. Didn't even think of that.
Well, yeah, well, I hope he rests in peace, and I was shocked. And, Gray, you and your family, your wife, have a very Merry Christmas, if that's what you celebrate.
Yeah.
And it was good talking to you.
You too. I hope you have a good Merry Christmas yourself, if that's what you celebrate. Did I get that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you, Gray.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's just really kind of weird. It's a weird feeling, somebody that you see all the time on YouTube. I wouldn't say I watched every one of his shows, but I'd say probably tuned into his show 25, 30 times, something like that. Watch maybe 15, 20 minutes sometimes, so that's, I'm pretty busy myself, as you guys know. So I probably I don't have the time to sit there and watch another person's live for 3 hours, but I'm getting ready for the one that I'm going to be doing. So, yeah. I think what she was referring to was, the YouTuber that has been threatening my family, and he's made another bawling video that he likes to do. And I really don't buy into it at all. I mean, that guy, I feel like he dumped Thomas Bruce, jeez. Michael Katz to the curb, and so now he's like trying to, capitalize on that later. So I don't have any belief that that's sincere at all. It's crazy. Let's see. All those a check. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't heard from somebody in a little bit, like I actually send emails to people that people don't know that, but I mean, like I'll check in on somebody if I haven't seen them in a while. Especially if they're a regular on my channel and I haven't seen them, I'll send an email like, hey, what's going on? So it's definitely, it's something I try to do. I mean, I can't send out 300 emails a day or anything like that, but I try to, at least try to let people know that they're thinking of them. So, thank you for the people that called in. I don't know how, it doesn't sound like many more people are going to call in, but if you want to call in LM and say what you knew him, you watched the show. I don't know if you knew him, but you watched the show. Boggle Queen. Yeah. And again, like I said, for those that came here late, Steph May, one of the moderators and really cool person, she's in the hospital right now with pneumonia in one of her lungs, COVID related, and on oxygen. Not forced, just oxygen. So let's all, again, put out some prayers for her. Hopefully they got her doing whatever they normally do. They've got a new medicine that was just approved for emergency use. So hopefully that'll start helping more people. All right, 219. Hello, 219.
Ray, it's Catherine B. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. Well, Michael's cat, I can tell you this. I made several trips actually down to Delphi. And on one of those trips, we were coming off the trail, and lo and behold, who's heading on the trail was Michael Katt.
Oh, really?
And I said, hey, I know you, I recognize you. So we chatted for a little bit, and I can honestly say that he is very soft-spoken, down-to-earth, and a really nice guy. So this was, kind of sad to hear. Again, didn't really know him, but, there he was. He was actually even out on the trail himself, so.
How long ago was that?
Oh, this was like last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of the personalities that live there that go on YouTube, they go there a lot, it seems like. Seems like every time somebody goes there, they run into either, just any of those. There's like 4 people that go there all the time. And they seem like they're just always there.
Yeah, that particular time there was no one else there when we got there, and so it was getting a little late in the day as we were heading back out, and there he was. And I can say it was kind of funny because when I told him that he said, you actually saw me on YouTube? And he seemed truly surprised that people may be outside of his area.
Well, anybody that's going, like if you lived in Delphi, and anybody going to the bridge that was going to be, going there because of the Delphi case, they're going to probably have watched any of the number of YouTubers that have been covering it since then. It's pretty weird, though, when you actually have somebody go, oh, yeah, I saw you on YouTube. It's kind of a weird feeling.
Right,
in
for
public.
sure. But anyway, really, sympathies out to his family and friends, of course, and like I said, he seemed like a very nice guy. And Steph May, too. I really enjoy when she calls in and was telling her stories about work and that type of thing. So I'm sorry to hear about that as well. And I hope, prayers out to her.
Yeah.
That she improves. And gosh, to be hit twice with COVID, what a thing, you know?
Twice with COVID and a train. Okay, look.
Right.
If she had COVID and got hit by a train and walked out of that, she'll get through this one, okay? That's what I'll say.
Sure. Yeah, she's definitely a tough one. That's for sure. So.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Well, anyway,
really.
you take care too, and I just want to say one more thing though, real quick. I think everybody needs to remember, like we always say, folks are hiding behind a keyboard and all of that, but YouTubers, most of them are human beings too, and have private lives and families and friends outside of YouTube. So this is another wake-up call when you see someone like Michael pass away, that all this drama and infighting and whatever really means nothing in the big scheme of things, so
yeah.
Anyway, just remember,
I agree
everyone's
with that.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to, basically what I want to do is just do my own show and do videos and not have any, like if there's something that needs to be discussed somewhere, I'll do it, but I don't really want to, I don't like it. That's the whole thing, is when people make videos about you, then it causes a problem. So what people just need to do is just do their own thing. If they want to talk about something for a minute or two and then go on and do a show, that's great, but it's just kind of a weird feeling when you have a video made on you. It's hard to move on in a situation like that, right? Like, how do you do that? So it's I think we're all past all that. We worked through it, and I think everything's good now. But let's just move forward and do our own shows. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody stay in their lane, and do their thing, and don't worry so much about what the other guy's doing, is what I think.
Yeah.
So there's enough room for everyone. So anyway, well, thank you so much, and you take care, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Well, you too. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, who's it this time, Truth Sleuth? Now that you let me know in here. I don't really, who cares? Jeez. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live stream and then do a normal. I have 2 cold cases. Oh, that guy? I don't give a shit about that guy, Truth Sleuth. You don't even need to mention it. He's a meaningless. Yeah. Thanks, LM. So maybe I'll end this live stream and just kind of make it its own thing, and I'll update the thumbnail later. And then I'll come back on and do the other 2 in a few minutes. Does that sound better? Because it doesn't sound like a ton of people are calling in or anything like that, but we did get a few calls, and they got to say what they wanted to say. And I don't want people to call in that don't know the person. But the people, when I'm saying you're lame, or I'm just messing with you, but it's the people that actually know him, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to dial the number. But my final thoughts on, I hope he rest in peace. I think it's sad that if it's true that he was found a few days after he died, that's sad. Hope the dog is in a good place now. He made me laugh. I think he was a good person. Our personalities are totally different, and he believes in totally different things than I did. But I did watch him from time to time. It was funny because I'd watch him for the entertainment part of it because he was funny. It's like, that was it. So that's a good. If somebody can make you laugh, that's a good thing, right? I think that's a good thing. So everybody put good thoughts out to him and his family, Michael, Jake, Katt, and he'll be missed by a lot of people that watched him, and he was definitely an absolute personality in the Delphi case, especially the first year or 2. He was really big personality in it. So on I mean, I wouldn't say it had like 1 million viewers, but if you were in the YouTube Delphi community, he was a big part of that community. Okay? So, anyways, rest in peace, Michael J. Katt. You'll be missed. And I'll be back on in, I don't know, half hour or so. Okay? Then we'll cover these couple cold cases and, do a normal show. All right? So thank you to, I think it was LM, and I couldn't see the other, Emily Flotilla, I think, for the couple super chats there. Thank you very much. And if they have a fun setup somewhere, let me know, like an actual one, not set up by one of the YouTubers that we're so fond of. I mean, if you can find an actual fund that's set up by a legitimate source, let me know, and I'll send some money in from the freaks to it. It won't be part of our donations for the year, but it'll be for that. Okay? So thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. And until then, everybody, be safe out there. All right? Okay. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, flag rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.